Welcome to the We Can't Wrestle podcast, the show where we can't wrestle, but nobody's asking us to. You're here with Charles X and the Slew. How are you doing today, Slew?
I'm doing pretty good, Charles. Doing pretty good. Happy to start. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good. Trust me, you're good. I was just gonna tell the viewers, it is Friday morning. I am right. It is Friday, right?
It is Friday morning.
Friday morning, the 20th of October, just 2 days prior to TLC.
Yes, and even more monumentous to that, it is October 20th, 2017, the first day that We Can't Wrestle has graced this earth.
That's true.
That is correct. This is
true.
Marks vs. Marks has been around for a long time. I don't know if you've listened. If you haven't listened, I don't know where you've been. We've been doing this for a while. Took a little time off there, right, Charles?
We did. We had to gather our composure, and that's exactly what we've done. And we're back and ready to be at it.
Yeah, we're back, and we're gonna go very hard here. And we're starting off with We Can't Wrestle. The We Can't Wrestle podcast is gonna be a podcast brought to you by Charles X and me, the Slew, and we're just gonna talk about whatever the hell we want that involves wrestling every time, without fail.
Without fail, exactly. But the main focus today, I would have to say is TLC.
Tuck. We're talking about Tuck.
It's TLC.
TLC.
There's a
Table, ladder, and chairs.
Boy, a thin card, if you ask me.
And not very many TLC type matches.
Just one.
Weird.
One gimmick match.
Which one's the
main event.
match? The main event?
Main event.
I guess, yeah.
They didn't give anything else.
It's not like a TLC match, though.
It is.
It is a TLC match?
It is, but with nothing. It's going to end by pinfall.
So, okay. So
there's
just
nothing hanging up.
So, whenever I envision a TLC match, I envision something hanging and people climbing to it. So, it's still a TLC.
Yeah.
It's just a no elimination match. It's just a hardcore match.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the pinfall has to come inside the ring, but.
Oh, okay. So that's the specification there. All right. So either way, that match is gonna be a big match, but we're gonna end on that match because obviously they're going to end on that match. What match are we gonna start on, Charles? What are we gonna discuss first? Break it down.
You know what? I was gonna start at the beginning, but I just had this thought about the main event, and it's just about a small aspect of it. So we'll talk about it later. But it kind of would have made more sense for the fifth man to have been Big Show.
Why?
Because Big Show had all these like awesome matches with Braun Strowman, and then
like a respect match.
Because you know how, yeah, pretty much. And then you know how they had the Kane and Strowman were standing there at the end. Yeah. That looked cool.
Yeah.
But Big Show would have been cool as well.
Yeah.
But that's obsolete. It's just an idea. I just think they had more seeds planted there, I guess, than Kane. But Roman did beat Taker.
I mean, Kane is completely irrelevant, other than the fact that Roman beat Taker.
Kane is not that irrelevant in the what's it called when you're running for mayor?
Politics.
In the politics world.
Well, I mean,
he's not that obsolete.
We're in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is where Kane is running for mayor, so he actually is somewhat the talk of the town, driving around in a car that says vote for Glenn Jacobs. I mean, it's not really Kane running for mayor, but supposedly Daniel Bryan was down here helping him out. We didn't even know that was happening, but yeah, we live where Kane is running for mayor, which is pretty crazy. You assume, you know? Yeah. That's a pretty small thing because it's a city. Just in the whole world, dude's from Spain. I mean, you know, so it's pretty random. But let's start off with that cruiserweight tag, which will probably the cruiserweight tag match probably will be on the pre-show, right? Assumedly.
I'd like to stray from talking about this too much. I could go on and on forever about this match.
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
We really shouldn't talk long about this match at all.
But
sorry to break it down in front of you folks, but
yes.
No, we shouldn't.
I mean, it's fun. Like, it's a
Rich Swann teaming up with Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
Which
could be an exciting team.
Oh yeah, I mean they're two great wrestlers going up against two other good wrestlers. The Brian Kendrick, or is he just Brian Kendrick?
he's kind of the Brian Kendrick. It's like Y2J with Chris Jericho. It's like he could stop being it, but he's still gonna be it.
Okay.
If you makes sense.
And the newly turned Teacup, what's his name? What's his name?
Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher, fighting in his clothes. I don't know how much I like it, but I don't really like it.
I do. I mean, I like Jack Gallagher. I think the matches he had with Neville.
Oh, he has very good matches. I just don't know
about
the clothes.
The clothes. A little
Loki
ridiculous.
does it, and I hate Loki.
I can't stand him.
All around, can't stand Loki. But as you said, we shouldn't talk about this too long. I think that the faces will win.
I don't know. I think I'll give it to Gallagher and Kendrick.
We don't watch too.
I think they're trying to. Well, I mean, I see highlights.
Yes, we watch highlights on YouTube.
I see highlights.
But I mean,
I got things going on.
We watch Raw, obviously.
Well, we watch half of Raw and then that's it.
Yeah, we watch 5 minutes of Raw. We watch up until that last hour. I'm just kidding. But who the fuck does that? Weird ass people just like, I don't want to watch the last hour of Raw. But
I hate seeing comments like that. I had to stop watching. It's like, what?
So who you think that the heels may win?
I'll take the heels on this one.
Remember that, people. Charles took the heels, I took the faces. And
just because they're trying, I feel like they're trying to make this alliance of Kendrick and Gallagher seem a little more dominant. So, giving them a tag win over two singles guys makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Swan and Alexander, they need really thrown together.
Yeah.
It's like a race thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like Apollo and Titus.
Yeah.
But that's
irrelevant.
That's obsolete.
Yeah. But that's that match, and we're really not going to talk about that match pretty much at all, I guess. We're going to move on to Emma versus Asuka. That's going to be dope. Do you not think that's going to be dope?
Oh, that'll be cool. It'll be short.
Yeah, but they'll show Asuka, and that's what I'm wanting to see.
The presence of her gracing Raw with her presence is
just coming down to the ring is going to be pretty awesome. Unless she gets attacked from behind by Emma somehow, we'll see. If her music hits before Emma's music, then I'm calling it Emma's attacking from behind to ruin the comeback or the bring uppings, whatever. But if not, they'll just have a match and Asuka will destroy her. It'll be good.
Asuka's gonna destroy her.
Yeah.
She might sell for her for about a minute or two, but other than that,
she's gonna destroy everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say she's about to be a staple on Raw. She's going to stay, not stable. Staple is the correct term. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I got what you were saying.
Yeah. And
she's a one-person
faction. Sorry. And she's just gonna be killing it, obviously.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice to see.
She's very talented.
Very talented, but Emma is as well, which is why she gets the match.
Oh, yeah. But not saying that Asuka couldn't, but right now Emma can lose, and she's gonna stay at about the level she's at.
Yeah.
Only wins matter for her right now.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of like the Dolph Ziggler. Like when Dolph Ziggler gets a win, and you're like, oh shit, they gave Dolph Ziggler a win. When Emma wins, you're like, oh shit, they gave Emma a win.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy when she got the win, honestly.
So yeah, exactly.
It'll be good, most definitely, but Asuka will win if it happens. She might get attacked beforehand, like I just said, because I just thought that in my mind, and it seems as though it might be a possibility. That's pretty much it on that.
Seems like a possibility.
Sadly.
I could see that happening more in a rematch on Raw. I could see them, because at TLC, that's going to be her big debut. So
I know, but that's the point.
They might not want to tarnish that.
I understand that, but Emma might, because.
But like you said, if Emma doesn't come out first, then I'll be like, oh, maybe Slew's running on this.
Because
one.
I mean, think about it. Like Emma wants the spotlight, and Asuka is getting nothing but the spotlight. And if they wanted to also make Emma something, it wouldn't lessen Asuka. You know what I mean? She would just be fine she would just come out Monday, and it would just be the same. Like, she doesn't really need everybody.
I hope they don't have Dana Brooke help Emma somehow.
Yeah.
Like in NXT, the same exact thing.
That would suck.
I just don't want, and not necessarily because we've seen it before. Well, that's a big part of it, but I don't want them being like, okay, this is something she's comfortable with. She's done it before, so she can just go through this whole spiel again.
Yeah.
It got her over the first time. I just want to see something fresh. I guess for me it is that I've seen that before, but
yeah,
so
definitely. But it'll be good, man. I mean, this is like you said, it is a thin card because There's just not much to say about most of these matches.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much all there is to say about that. What else can we elaborate through that? You know?
That is true, but you got to draw as much excitement as you can from the little things on shows like this.
That's the thing we've been looking forward to.
Yeah.
That's a bigger part of this TLC, really. Oscar coming. Yeah. So, we'll see how that goes.
The most built thing from this. They revealed that she was going to debut at TLC before the Shield was back together.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. Ever since she got hurt, really. Kind of, like a week or so after. But, that's all I got.
We could talk about, we didn't talk about Banks and Fox. That might be on the pre-show, but I'm not sure.
Wait, you're right. Blanche Fox.
Fox.
Yeah, they're going to have a match, and that's pretty thrown together. I mean, Sasha Banks fought her on Raw. Sasha Banks beat her. They went to the back, and then Alicia Fox attacked her, and now they're going to have a match on TLC. And Alicia Fox has a t-shirt.
She does.
She has a t-shirt, people. It says Crazy as Fox. I don't know if that was just produced, but on Raw she was saying that she didn't have a t-shirt still, which is a big miss, because Charles said this is all for them to put out shirts that say, like, I got a t-shirt or something like that.
Never, like, how many opportunities you have to sell a shirt and say, I got a shirt.
Yeah, like a pun.
Like this, and that anyone would think that was funny. Anyone shopping online can see that and be like, I got a shirt. That's hilarious. People just see you and see, I got a shirt. It's like, obviously, yeah, you're wearing a shirt. But so that's could have just been a big sell worldwide. But
and it's also very rare that someone's shirt means anything, because people just get shirts, you know, and then they just got a shirt and they go, I'm gonna get it. But
now, she is crazy like a fox.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
She is crazy.
She is crazy. That shit crazy. It's nuts. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, she's crazy, but you're like, okay.
Freddie Ambrose are about the same level.
They're the same level.
They're the most crazy people in wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it's sanity, not even up there, even though I feel like that's what they're trying to convey. But who do you think's gonna win between Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks?
I've seen Fox beat Banks before. I'm pretty sure a while back. But I would always say Banks in a case like this. I think she's just always on the back burner for a push. They're always just waiting until they're like, okay, well, let's put Sasha Banks now.
Oscar versus Sasha Banks would be a nice little feud. I don't know who
as long as the right chick wins.
Heel or face, I don't know. What do you think Oscar's gonna be?
I'd say the baby face.
She left heel.
And in that feud, in Banks versus Oscar, I would say have both be baby faces doing heelish tactics.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, because then it's like, oh, what's going on? They're crazy like a fox.
What heels are on Raw? What has the title?
Well, not Jackson, apparently.
Not Jackson.
Check it out. Maybe he walked out. Maybe you've been granted a leave of absence. I told you she walked out, because that was the news that I had been presented at that time. But
who knows?
She might have got a leave of absence.
Yeah, it's always hard to say. I was talking to Richard about Neville.
Nothing's really confirmed.
And he was like, well, Neville hasn't really left. He really still could just be there. And I was like, oh, I guess I didn't think about that, because like I try and always say throughout the various podcasts, we talk about all this stuff and whatnot, but we're not involved in it, so we really don't know what they're talking about that isn't presented to us. They tell us what they want us to know, and then we talk about it, but we don't really know.
It's a weird one, because you don't know what's going on there. As far as them holding on to him, let's say he did walk out, they might hold on to him as long as they can, because at the moment they do let him go, the 60 days or 90 days no compete clause, I think it's 90 days, 90-day no compete clause starts. So 90 days from then, he can't leave the company. So let's say right now, had he been released that day, and that was probably about 10 days ago, 10 days would already be shedded off that 90. So they're just, that might just be them being an assholes.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you had a guy walk out on you. Think about if a guy walks out of Burger King or McDonald's. The manager's not going to like him that day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're going to hold on to it. I don't know.
Unless he had some good points, Like,
whatever good points Neville has, WWE isn't going to see as good points.
Maybe, but maybe not, because like I said, we don't know. We don't know what his relationship is with those people. Like, him and Vince could play golf together on Sundays. Like, we just don't know.
Okay, that is true.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
that is true. And another thing, if they didn't get it when Aries left, maybe they'll get it now.
Well, Neville's even a bigger deal than because Neville's like WWE built.
Yeah.
Neville, or when you just said his name, Austin Aries is TNA built, so they really could care less.
TNA, ROH.
But Neville was their star in NXT for a long time.
Yeah.
And held
it
the
was a
Cruiserweight
shocker.
title
That was
for
a shocker.
long time.
That really was.
He is a WWE built character who seems very businessy outside of wrestling. Like, he's the guy you see in the suit all the time. You know what I mean? Not like...
Or at least a polo.
Yeah, wear something nice.
Always buttoned up to the top.
Tucked in or something.
Doesn't look comfortable.
But either way, we're getting far off topic. But why not?
No,
you know,
I mean, we
can't wrestle. All we can do is talk. So we like to improvise.
Bless our hearts.
Yeah, God bless it. Give us something. We weren't freaking. I am not. I'll tell you right now. I'm not 6'7". I'm not, or else you wouldn't be listening to me here. So, you think?
Heed those words, all you 6'7" people out there.
Yeah, God
sitting
bless
here doing nothing.
Get to it.
Go out there, and if you have some kind of palsy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Play basketball.
Yeah, there you go.
Taker
Play
did
basketball.
it. Nash did it, right?
Yeah. Big Show.
And remember, it's never too late. DDP, very tall guy.
Yeah, Big Show.
35 years old, didn't he?
I think it might have been football, but Big Show had scholarships to like Notre Dame, Indiana, all these schools.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it's nuts.
I mean, if you're that tall, anybody will take you just for the presence. And I'm talking about like big shoes. Yeah, big shoes. You get wrapped neatly. Either way.
Big Show's big shoes.
So you think Banks is gonna win?
I'll take Banks.
Okay.
Boy, we did get off topic. I forgot we were going to talk about that. And Neville has quit the company. I'm just kidding.
Well, let's move on to Blicky. To Bliss and Mickey. Let's just do that one.
Okay, let's knock that out of the way because
there's three.
Clearly, they've just primed. Actually, no, there's a chance Mickey wins, but I think they've just primed a title.
Alexa Bliss.
The last time I felt like this way though was when Orton was fighting Jinder, and I was like, okay, well, Orton's just gonna beat Jinder and then carry on through his feud. And then you see how that turned out. So Mickey might win this. You never know.
That's different.
Very different.
Very different. Mickey James is not going to win this match. This is just them saying, hey, Mickey James hasn't been beat, and she is a 5-time champ or 6-time champ? 6-time champ, which is pretty damn high. And she is one of the better wrestlers from the Diva era. You know, like, she wasn't really just pretty. She was actually a pretty good wrestler. So...
She's pretty though.
And she's become
good.
She's become a better wrestler to compete. You know, it's not like she just kept being.
And another thing, she's been looking real hot lately.
Yeah, she's been sounding real dumb. I hate her voice. I didn't used to.
Because she says things like, "Honey." that
sounds
like
crazy.
Joe Jack from King of the Hill.
You sounded like a lot of different characters on TV shows, but
that's just that's one thing I catch. When she'll be deep in a promo. And she'll be talking shit, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting behind her here. And she goes, and honey, and it loses me. I'm like, oh man, what the hell?
I understand. Like,
I guess she's Southern, but it's just one of those trigger words.
But
I'm like, oh man.
Didn't used to think that. Do you think it's just my thinking has gotten more to where I'm being more analytic or whatever the word would be? Like,
she was never really portrayed as real Southern before.
Well, perhaps I'm just picking it more apart now. You know.
Yeah.
Rather than before.
Well, now you're a wrestling journalist. In 2005, you were a wrestling fan. You were just a little kid watching.
Yeah.
Not a little kid. You were, 13. Well, I was a pretty little kid.
Either way.
Jerry Lawler, fuck you, but.
Yeah. Oh God. I can't believe that. I don't know, dude. I think he's just into little girls. But yeah, I think that pause after it's awkward. Alexa Bliss is definitely going to win this match. Alexa Bliss is a great champ, as she's shown throughout this last year, 2 years, just winning everything. It's nuts, dude. You never would have thought that. She's not even one of their 4 horsewomen.
Which is refreshing. It's kind of like the Shield, you know.
She just always wins.
It's like when the Shield was, when the title was going back and forth with the Shield and shit.
It was obnoxious.
And now Asuka and Bliss are about to be the top people in this brand, and you got people like Naomi, Natalya, and Carmella on the other brand.
Sasha and Bayley. Bayley's a losing machine.
Bayley is a loser.
She is a losing machine. But
I can't believe they let her snap Charlotte's record.
No, yeah, you're right. That was a very quick thing for them to have done.
They tried. Right before Mania. That was so dumb. Could have done a DQ finish, let her win her Mania, but I'd say Alexa Bliss wins. There's a chance Mickey comes out on top. Plus the whole hot potato thing. They've done a hot potato with the title. Mickey could win it and then lose it right back the next night.
Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't even matter, and Alexa would just get another title reign.
That would just be them saying, thanks for coming back.
Yeah. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
give her a smack on the tuchus and send her out the door.
You would, Charles. You would. You know where that X lays.
I send her out the door.
I think we'll move on to one of the.
How about that hind end?
One of the bigger parts. I'd say the third main event.
Hind end.
That hind end.
Enzo and Kalisto.
Enzo and Kalisto, the third main event of the show. Because I will say that I am interested. I am interested to see what happens with Enzo. Like you said the other day, as we were watching, he is the perfect 205 Live character. He's as big, if not taller, than most of them, and he fucking can talk a lot of trash.
Yeah. It's like the Rock.
But when you're bigger, you don't have to be a better wrestler.
Yeah.
That's a big point. Like, if you're taller than someone...
There's the champion.
Yeah, exactly. But see, like, he's fighting Kalisto, who's definitely shorter than him. So it's like, he doesn't have to be that good. He can hit him with a clothesline, and Kalisto can go flying. You know?
It's more believable to be a big cast.
Yeah, because if he hits the cast with a clothesline, he hits the cast with a stomach, and the cast doesn't move. He hits Kalisto with a clothesline, he hits Kalisto in the face, and he does backflip. Selling, you know? So it'll be an alright match. They're, I think, trying to make Enzo look better through his new character, which is what seems to be an Eddie Guerrero type thing, which is fine. Maybe you shouldn't call it that. Maybe it's more of an Enzo type thing.
It kind of did at first, and now the way they're running it, not as much.
Yeah, it's not really the same, because it was more of like a respect. Like, you still respected Eddie Guerrero. You know, it's not like he was saying all this shit, but you still knew, like, oh, Eddie Guerrero's a really fucking good wrestler, and people love him.
He's legit.
Like, Enzo's more like, you really don't like Enzo, but he's still acting like Eddie Guerrero in the sense of, like, he's a cheater, and he talks shit. But I don't think I remember Eddie being like, oh, I make this much money. I feel like that's a big point with Enzo, making a lot of money.
I mean, really just...
But Eddie did
the cheating to win as a good guy stuff was Eddie Guerrero, like.
Yeah, and you're right.
But then they turned him heel. Then they flipped him heel, and it's like, well, that's not really all the case that much.
Yeah, that's not too much to be cheating as a heel, so, you know. But the match won't necessarily be the best match, I assume, because Enzo still isn't the best wrestler. And
I think they're doing it right, though, you know. Like you said, I think they are doing it right, because why would this bigger guy need to cheat to beat these littler guys, or his size guys, you know? He could just turn him heel, let him talk shit, and let him keep up with them.
Yeah, because
at first it was like the obvious thing was that he couldn't keep up with them in the ring, and now he's held his own.
Because he doesn't have to move too quick. He just doesn't have to do that shit. And also, these are the best guys to make Enzo look good. You know, like, Kalisto, though he is a botch machine. I said machine twice now. He is a very good wrestler, and he can definitely carry a match with Enzo. You know? I mean, any of these guys are great wrestlers. There's hundreds of guys that are that size that aren't in the WWE. You know? So they can be grateful for that. Everybody says that they kind of have the shit end of the stick, but they're in the WWE, and people are watching.
I mean, a lot of those guys have to be super grateful.
Yeah.
And you would think guys like Gulak.
Yeah,
wow,
that came out. He's somewhat
that's
prospered.
True,
he's actually changed
yeah.
to a different character. I actually like him. He's like one of the only ones that has originated himself into something. Most of the other guys just come out in trunks and shuffle back and forth like Brock Lesnar. You know, like and then that's it. And then they're good wrestlers. It's like, well,
he comes out just in trunks and does other shit. He gets called Captain Underpants.
Yeah. Or in a suit. I like that he wears a suit. He has a gimmick. He does a thing with the stuff, you know.
I love that stuff. I think that's great.
It is. But who do you think's winning the title?
Man.
Or retaining? Winning for the first time? When I win the title? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be the new champion.
Yeah. Well, who do you think?
Guy with the belt.
Kalisto's keeping?
Man.
I think.
Let me think here.
We still got 20 minutes.
There's so few title matches on the show that I would say a title switch would be good. So I'm gonna go with Enzo on this one.
I would say it's like.
Because Alexa's not gonna lose her title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the only title match that counts. Because Alexa isn't gonna lose her title. There's no way to Mickey James. It just doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. It's a hard call. Kalisto really shouldn't have it. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's like they just gave it to Kalisto so that people could fight Kalisto for it. But if you give it back to Enzo now, does that drop the whole clause thing they got before to where everybody can attack it because it's a new reign?
That might be the whole selling point.
You know?
That might be the whole. Now that you say that, that could be him coming
They
out
haven't
and
said
then.
that.
No, I know, but him coming out because then he'd just probably use that same piece of paper and be like, "You remember this?"
And Kurt Angle would be like, "Not this time."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You really should get a job on Beavis and Butthead back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I know it's impossible, but you make a lot of voices.
Hello, 1995. Are you hiring?
Are you writing a new song? God.
1995.
Alright, so.
There's Beavis and Butthead.
Alright, so you're going with
Cookies
Enzo.
by the nutmeg. Did you like that?
I don't even get it. Pinkies by the nutmeg.
Cookies by the. It's a Christmas joke.
Okay. Santa would be pissed.
Wait, nutmeg. I'm thinking of eggnog.
Yeah, you are.
Is nutmeg? What is
like
nutmeg?
It's like
Spice?
It's like spice. Alright, anyway, you can botch it.
Yeah.
You think Enzo's gonna win?
God, we're talking about Kalisto too long. I'm botching
I'm
everything.
trying to get past that. You think Enzo's gonna win?
Yeah, that's what I said.
We're giving it to Enzo, though. Enzo's taking that one. Enzo's taking that one.
That's what I said 30 freaking minutes ago.
You did not. We haven't been talking about a couple minutes. What's the next
We've only
match?
been on air 28 minutes.
There's only 2 left.
2 left. It's like we're talking about a crackhead's mouth and their teeth.
Okay, that was pretty funny. But I feel like it took longer for you to say than you thought it was gonna. For some
I could have
reason,
just said teeth.
that happened.
I was taking a drink of my soda.
What are we moving on to? What's the next one? Who's coming out?
Man, it's an intergender matchup.
Intergender.
I saw that on a meme.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that funny, but really, I mean, sister, hey, whatever you want to identify.
2017, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's not on me. You want to go out there dressed as a pumpkin? No, I'm kidding.
Good lord,
that
you
was
with those internet.
that was
things.
a meme too,
You and those
and
memes.
I hate that. Come on, it's festive. Let the guy dress up as a pumpkin. If he really, I'm good on that. If he really is dressing as a pumpkin.
I don't think he's
I don't
gonna
think
dress
he's
as
just
a pumpkin.
a pumpkin.
I didn't
he's
even
the great
have
pumpkin.
that thought until you told me you were seeing memes about it. I did not. It didn't even cross my mind.
Well, I
He's just
see.
orange.
I thought it, and then I was like, "There's no fucking way he's going for a pumpkin theme."
Either
and
way,
then
it's
I
just
saw
orange.
all the memes, and I was baffled. But that's not up to me.
So what's the match? Intergender.
It's Finn versus Bray.
Finn
Finn
versus
Balor
Bray.
and the Balor Club, which is the fans, not a club.
Yep.
Against the Fireflies of Bray Wyatt.
Remember how big the Wyatt family was? The Wyatt family was huge, man. That was like a really big thing in wrestling. And now, it's like, okay.
Now they're the Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers. I really think they could get over because it kind of seems like they're not going to take themselves too seriously. Because they're involved in the whole... Like, I don't...
I tell you what's not going to get over now. The sheep mask.
Yeah, that's the thing that I really think that they should do away with. If he didn't have that mask, then they'd be perfectly fine.
They'd just be repackaged.
Look,
But instead they're just packaged in a different box.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
it's just bringing up failed things, as you said before. Not necessarily failed, but
Yeah, man, failed. He lost The Rock in 6 fucking seconds, WrestleMania. But he fought The Rock.
he did. Fight
I'll
the
say
Rock
that.
in
He fought The Rock
WrestleMania.
out of nowhere.
How many
A-Rock
people?
Rowan fought The Rock at
How many
WrestleMania.
people?
Rowan Mania.
No one. There's not no one. But there's very few people that can say
likes Rowan.
that they wrestled The Rock at WrestleMania. That's a big deal. He probably got a pretty good check.
Yeah.
And you know what he did with that check? He went and took pictures in the snow. And,
Man, you know, I've never thought of that point. He really probably did get a pretty fat check for that.
yeah, he fought The Rock at WrestleMania. John Cena fought The Rock at WrestleMania, too.
He probably made more than, like, Rusev.
Like, who's The Rock fought in the last 5 years? John Cena? Eric Rowan? That's it! That's it! It's crazy. But,
Oh, money.
we've really gone away again. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. It'll be a good match. Again, we've seen this match multiple times. I like both people in this match so much that I feel like that starts an argument. Like, people like the people in this match so much that saying, like, if I were to say that I don't want to see this match because I've seen it so many times, it might be the opinion of, well, it's gonna be a great match. It's like, yeah, every match should be a great match.
It's good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm more excited. I'm more excited to see the story told on this one.
I feel like Finn needs to say less and show more. It's kind of like the Fast and Furious movies to me. Like, you don't need to tell me what's happening. You could just show me what's happening. Like, do things. Don't say things. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, he comes out and he says the things about the things that fall back in the history or whatever. And I think that shit's cool, because I really am into that kind of shit. I really am. But in this prism, perhaps he should drop that and just do something crazy. Taker didn't talk a lot, he did a lot, you know? Sorry, that was a long-winded thing.
A lot of it's predictability. I mean, knowing the demon's only going to pop up on pay-per-views, and knowing what he's going to do as the demon, you're just going to get different paint. You're not going to see a different rage out of him, really. You're not going to see different moves.
Which is something you argued the other day. Which is a good point. That he should have a whole different moveset. Maybe not whole different.
Even just, I mean, I can see him keeping the finish the same, maybe.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. But
and
at
different
least be
build
more
up to the finish.
Ferocious. I know he does. He definitely does show points in the match when he's the demon where he is acting as though he's a different character. Like, he will do different things, you know, slight different things, but he shows it as though it's a part of the act. But why not just change up your whole moveset as though you're a different person? Don't speak English. Like Aleister Black style. You know what I mean? Not style, like, you know how it says his words on the bottom? Like, that's how he should speak.
Speak in fucking
like,
tongues.
You know? So, but then put an effect on it. And that would be dope, man. He could be like the boogeyman, but serious. You know what I mean? But, like,
Definitely.
like pop up on people and, like, scare them. I say get rid of the headpiece.
Big time.
Get a new headpiece.
Plus, you don't want to see either of these guys lose this feud right now.
Yeah, I think that's a problem. That's why they didn't want...
Bray Wyatt
shouldn't have started the feud.
Bray Wyatt, for the last year, every feud he's been in has been a feud he needs to win. And he's been hanging on the cusp. Like, he lost the title to Orton, but he won the last match in the House of Horrors.
Well, it's like what they're doing is they're like, instead of giving Bray Wyatt wins, they're trying to give him moments and, like...
Which could work.
Like feuds. They're trying to give him good feuds rather than winning feuds. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they don't really... I don't know. He is kind of like the moment producing guy, though. Like, he does things, and it's like, oh, that was the moment from the show, you know?
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. It'll be a very good match, as you said. Both very good wrestlers. But we should move on. We have 10 minutes left. We can talk about the main event. I want to talk about the main event for the last 10 minutes.
Alright, well...
Who do you think's going to win
the
this?
last thing we'll say is, man...
You gotta call that. I'm going to say Finn.
I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt. I don't think you have... Bray won the first one, and then Finn's on the last two. I think Bray gets this one, and maybe you do one more match.
Oh my god.
Or you just have it... You could have it in, and it end at 2-2, and then really, ultimately, who lost?
Well, I'll say, I don't know who's going to win. So you're saying Bray?
I'm going to say Bray.
Let me step on it. But I'll say that I don't know who's going to win. I said Finn. It could be Bray, but I will say it's going to be interesting. I look forward to it. So we'll see what happens there. But main event. Let's get to the main event. Last little bit. Main event is going to be sick, man. It's the Shield versus 5 dudes. 5 legitimately good wrestlers. It's not like Zack Ryder and Baron Corbin and freaking EC3. I don't know why I said EC3. Because we just watched that thing where people were saying he sucked. But it's like really good wrestlers. Freaking Cesaro, Sheamus, Baron Corbin. God bless it. What's his name? What's the big guy's name?
It's Kalisto. We talked about it too long.
I'm trying to go fast.
Baron Corbin?
I see what
I
you're
get to
doing.
get my revenge.
God bless it. Okay, go ahead.
They're going to do lots of Lucha things. It's Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus Cesaro, Braun Strowman, and the Demon from Knoxville, Kane.
Yeah, that's who it is. Fighting the Shield.
Versus the Shield. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and everyone's favorite, Roman Reigns.
It's like a SmackDown match. I'm saying it. It's like a SmackDown match from 6 years ago.
It's like a SmackDown match with a gimmick.
It's just,
6 years ago, Shield wasn't even.
I was trying to say because I would say 5 years ago.
5 years ago,
they
debuted
and
fought Kane, Ryback, and Daniel Bryan in a TLC match in the main event at TLC.
And they won.
Obviously. Yeah, they won. And it was a really, match, one of the matches of the year.
And then they kept fighting super teams.
But you know why they were in the main event?
Why?
Because Punk was hurt.
Oh, and that's the only reason?
I think that's when Ryback hurt Punk. Or Ryback hurt him after. They might have started working together after that. I don't know. If you want to know that, listen to Cole Caban's podcast with CM Punk. I can't recite the whole thing, but I'll try.
No, I'd rather you not.
Joking.
So, obviously, Shield takes this match.
Shield does take this match.
Which is...
Probably by defeating Kane.
Okay. I was going to say The Miz. But Kane...
I mean, you still want to keep Miz. Miz might sneakily leave. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Miz might get...
I really don't want The Miz to take the fall on
Miz might get Bo Daxel to just take his spot.
No, that's not going to happen. But I think it would be screwed up to have The Miz... freaking... take the fall on this.
Well, do you not think at one point Bo Daxel's going to get involved and also, even add to the numbers? Because they're clearly...
Are you just wanting to say Bo Daxel?
Yeah. But they're clearly trying to make Shield the underdogs here.
Yeah, they're trying to make the Shield the underdogs, which is ridiculous because you can't. You just can't.
Because
every single person wants them to win, and they're 3 top guys.
Because, other than Strowman and Lesnar, they're, the most pushed people in the last 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And even worse is they're going to beat 5 legitimate wrestlers. Kane being the least legitimate at the moment for the fact that he is essentially retired. And if he was at his prime, then it would make no sense. And that is what you're seeing in Braun Strowman, who is in his prime, and he should not lose. Braun Strowman might leave. There might be a point in this where Braun Strowman attacks everyone, which would be pretty cool.
That could happen.
There's a lot of things.
That could set up a match with Kane, but
I don't even want to see.
I don't want to see anyone set up a match with Kane though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I say Kane should take the fall because, Reigns versus Kane. How many times? Talk about a SmackDown match. How many times have you seen that match just on SmackDown? My God.
I want to see old people fight anybody. I mean, I love Kane, and I would love for him to be our mayor. I just don't seeing old people fight anybody.
We might vote.
I don't like seeing Shane McMahon fight. And that's not a very heavily joined in on opinion.
It's not a popular opinion, but that's your opinion. And if you're thinking it and you're a wrestling fan,
people are thinking
then there's other people thinking it. Yeah. So I do see your point there. And yes, I said Doocy.
God, he did say Doocy. So the Shield's going to take it. And they're not going to have to climb anything. They're just going to pin. And Kane should take the fall here.
Seth Rollins will do a crazy high jump.
Yeah, there's tons of spots that are going to happen. There's going to be a lot of really good spots. And it might be somewhat match of the year.
Cesaro's going to lose the rest of his teeth.
It might be a little muddled. I hope that Braun Strowman doesn't get lost at some point, Luke Gallows style.
God almighty.
Do you think it's a tornado?
Oh yeah, it's
so tornado. It's just TLC, so they're just going all out.
Tornado.
They're just all going to be fighting at the same time, and there's always going to be one guy on the other team so they have the upper hand. But there will be
2
people.
guys. It's 3-on-5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You forgot about the...
So there's going to be a lot of laying down.
The demon with the semen.
A lot of laying down from Team Miz.
A lot of Roman sleeping chants.
But Roman will be sleeping.
I'm joking. But that's...
But you'd have to imagine that the Shield's going to be up pretty much the whole time. Because the Shield have to keep fighting because 2 of the other guys are going to be down.
Well,
so
they'll probably knock Seth and Dean out. And then
look at if Seth and Dean are out.
Just make Roman sell because that'll make the fans have pity for Roman.
Yeah, that would be nice. But if both of them are down, then you'd have to imagine that 3 or 4 of the other guys would have to be down as well. You know what I mean? To make it fair. Because it can't just always be 5-on-1 or 5-on-2.
Well, your intangible there is going to be big bumps. Big bumps causing people to lay out for longer than others. Well, falling off a ladder through a table, causing Sheamus to be out for 7 to 8 minutes.
Roman jumping over the ropes onto everybody.
That could happen.
That's gonna happen.
With a ladder. I'm calling it that.
Holding a ladder?
Holding a
ladder.
Or
they're holding a ladder.
It's not gonna happen.
That would be dope.
But I would say holding it. But
there's gonna be a lot of good bumps. I mean, you know what's really good about this match? There's so many great people. Like Cesaro being in this match is really a good point because Cesaro's gonna make a lot of really good spots.
I mean,
you know?
Anything with Cesaro is gonna be a pretty good match.
Cesaro's gonna be involved in a lot of really cool things.
Anything with The Miz is a pretty good match.
The Miz is gonna just be being sneaky and funny. We're
sneaky.
gonna be able to laugh.
We're gonna see a skull crushing finale.
Comic relief
on a ladder.
It's gonna seem like The Miz is gonna win a couple times for sure. It's gonna seem like The Miz is gonna get the pin a couple times, just because.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen with Strowman though. It's so confusing because you'd imagine Strowman would just win.
I really could see Strowman just getting pissed and leaving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When he said that, I was like, oh wow.
Because he's just gonna win. Like, what if he doesn't just leave? What is stopping him from just winning? Like, there's 4 other guys. Keep the other 3. Keep the other. He'd have to pin one guy, so there'd already only be 2 other guys attacking him. And then there's 4 other guys to hold back 2 other guys. I don't understand why he wouldn't just win.
All right, what do you think of this scenario? Like you said, Strowman snaps on his own team, lays everyone out, and then everyone's down, and then Joe's music hits, and then Joe comes out and starts a feud with him. Joe, like he's not in the match or anything, but he just comes out and they fight and they tussle to the back. What do you think of that?
Not bad, but it seems.
Do you feel like
adding more whenever?
Well, what do you feel is
8 people? But I understand
you
have to tumble into new feuds.
That's a way for the Shield to get help without it being an official entry in the match.
And he wouldn't really be helping the Shield. He's more just attacking Braun Strowman.
Hurting Strowman.
I understand, but
do you think that could be
the crowd again? He's in the crowd. Was that him that was in the crowd that one time, or
yeah? He choked out Roman,
and he just kind of hops out and grabs Strowman. That'd be funny.
Good storytelling there.
I mean, I don't know that I see what you're saying, bringing Samoa in for the fact that he's been ready to come back for a little while, from what I can tell. And
but who else do you give Strowman after this?
Strowman after this?
That's my question. Do you give Kane and Strowman against Ambrose and Rollins?
That'd be pretty cool.
They stood next to each other in that cage.
You could have
this is gonna sound weird, but that felt like it was something.
You could have like Kane. Kane would have to play it straight, and he could be somewhat of a mentor. But he'd have to play it straight. He can't be getting laughs. You know what I mean? Like there's no
duration. I don't know how long Kane's
gonna be there.
Being around.
Which is fine because if he's just there to mentor him, he only has to be there whenever he's there. But he can't get any laughs. Like it can't be like, hell no. Like he just can't do jokey things.
Can't go for a hug.
He can't come out as corporate Kane. Like he has to just play it straight. But that's it.
So you think Shield's winning?
I think Shield's winning.
I'd say you give this to Shield too.
Shield's gonna win. It's gonna be TLC this Sunday. Tell the people where else to find us. Everywhere.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're not too active, but we try. I mean,
we're about to kick it up.
We're hardworking fellers.
Marks versus Smarks.
Marks versus Smarks. Look us up. Tell us what you think. Tell us your opinions. Tell us why we're wrong. Tell us why we're right. We don't care.
Just keep watching.
We're friendly guys.
Just keep watching wrestling. That's all we. That's all we're gonna do, and that's all we care for you to do.
Yeah, just keep watching wrestling, and if you can wrestle, go ahead because we can't wrestle.
Yeah, and just watch out for more Marks versus Smarks. We can't wrestle. We can't